Shit, I guess we just lost everybody. Anyway, hey, welcome to Sunday. It's me, Charlie. How you doing? So we just want to reconnect. Welcome to everybody to the weekly group. We're going to be covering the 4 points of the things that I've done to take a 5-figure brand from like a one to three to multi. Oh, geez. Okay, sorry. We just had a live go down, so I'm recapping everything. Okay, so this week in our live, we're gonna give away we're gonna do some homework, we're gonna do some giveaways, and we're gonna cover the 4 big moves I did to take a 5-figure a day brand and increase spend by 30% while doubling profitability. So which means the number above 1x ROAS, we doubled it in 7 days. We're also gonna cover the 6-point strategy for eCom brand building that we went over last month. We're gonna recap it today, and we're gonna drop that ebook. Right now it's at the editor, so hopefully it'll be done soon. I'm going to put it out in the Slack before it's finished at the editing, and you guys can just forgive my inability to phrase things properly and the occasional missed comma. So we're going to do that. Also, love you guys. Welcome to the group if you're new. Thank you so much. If you do any of the homework from any of the live feeds, you get 50% off the Slack, 50% off the Patreon, or any ebook you want. It's also 50% off one-on-one calls. So do the homework. Get value. That's what it's all about. Also, I'm doing a big promotion. If you take any of the sexy tips and tricks and tactics that we go over in this group, anything that I've posted, anything from the ebooks, from the live feeds, or just copy and pasting some of the stuff that I've posted myself, if you do that into any 3 groups with a guru selling courses, I'll give you free whatever the fuck you want. Half off on the Patreon, half off on the Slack, half off on a one-on-one or a free ebook. All right? Because we're going to go out and undermine these fucking gurus. These assholes that are charging hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to sell courses for shit that is out of date, shit that we went over for free 6 to 9 months ago, shit that only works for them in a case study where they don't give you actual results, and stuff where they quote 28-day like click and view metrics because they need the numbers to look good. That's a bullshit metric. Anything beyond 1 day post click is a bullshit vanity metric with somebody trying to lie to you. It is up there with a fucking Ponzi scheme and all that other shit. So anyway, welcome to this week's live. I'm super fucking excited. We blew the fuck up. I got banned from several groups this week because of doing the thing. So because I can't get in there and cause some shit, I want you to go cause some shit. And if you go cause some shit, I'll give you half off or, free shit or whatever I can do. You let me know it's worthwhile to you. I've also added in doing screen share, Scrum Doc building, one-on-one, me with your entire team. I don't give a fuck. We can do that. And that is basically where we go into your ad account. We download the data. You send it to me. I build the Scrum Doc in a shared screen where you can ask me any fucking question you want about any fucking thing that you want. And that usually lasts about an hour, hour and a half. And from that, we'll get business objectives. We're going to be tracking performance across multiple platforms. We're going to be doing all sorts of shit. So anyway, with all that being said, let's get right to it this week. The first piece. Also, Bilal, I hope you made it back to this feed. He had a great question about some fucking guru nonsense about pixels and all sorts of shit. And so we're going to do that. Oh, and one other thing. Starting tomorrow, I'm involved in a 6-figure 4-week test with Facebook where they're putting up half the money, testing our bucket-based CBO, the shit we've been developing together for the last 6 months against their CBO best practices, and everybody knows we're going to win. Even the Facebook reps, half the engineering team, everybody knows this is them spending money to prove that our way, the way that we built in this group, is better than Facebook's way, which means they're going to test it. They're going to give us more money to test it again. We're going to ground it. We're going to run it into the ground, do case studies, have the measurement team and their entire internal team with the reps and everything, build a case study around it, and then they're going to teach it to the reps. Okay, they're going to teach it in the disruptor group. They're gonna punch holes in it and fix it. Then they're going to teach it to the normal reps. And by the way, the disruptor group is just this like secret thing of the top 130 advertisers on Facebook that are on the bleeding edge. You're challenging everything Facebook does, and I'm proud to be one of those folks. Dare I say, one of the loudest voices in that group. Yeah. So anyway, so that's going to be fun. So they're going to teach you to their reps in like Q3, Q4, which means they're going to be case studies from all these gurus, which means next year in March and February and this time, those gurus are going to be teaching the shit we're going over the last 4 months, and they're going to be selling it to you for several $100s. So fuck them. I'm giving it to you for free. You don't need that shit, and we'll do everything we need to. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. I can't see the comments. Oh, here we go. Oh man, everybody's in here. Sorry, I just loaded the comments. Something weird on my Facebook. Okay, catching up. Hello, everybody. Raba and Court and Dashin. Okay, hi. And Sunreeb says, which gurus you mean are not legit? What I would say, Sunreeb, if you want to know if a guru is legit or not, number one, do they give their data to you in a one-day post click? If they give it to you in any other data, they're full of shit and trying to sell you something. Rob, yeah. The 28, anybody that's giving you like a 3x, 5x results on Facebook, full of shit, 100%. Anybody that says, here's how I got 20x, absolutely full of shit. You can get there with the 28-day post click because you're taking credit for everything that email is doing, everything that Google is doing, everything that all the other channels are doing. I can get you 20x ROAS on a brand awareness campaign. It doesn't mean anything in the brand awareness campaign. Fuck all. It just means that that's the last time Facebook touched somebody. So you got to be very, very wary. Let's see. Senator says, I'm testing CBO on my own way and getting 4x ROAS. Awesome, Senator. Let me know, man. And I hope that that's on a one-day post click. And I hope that it's stable and projectable and scalable. And you're using it to test creative and getting great business practices. Let's see. Robert says, been crushing the bucket-based CBO is amazing. Just need to spend smart and start the optimization event really high funnel. Sure, man. Dwayne. Hey, Dwayne. Dwayne's the next fucking coworker. How you doing, Dwayne? Stick around. I hope Shauna is still hating me. Dwayne and I used to work at an ad agency where I was a supervisor. And our bosses hated me because I would do better. Like they would give us, like CBS or Nissan would give me $1 million to get extras on and project it, and then I'd do the job for like $700,000, which meant that we didn't get to take a commission on the other 30%, which is why ad agencies are absolute bullshit. They're a bank. You can do this job better, right? Okay. Anyway, let's get to the shit. So the 4 big moves to improve the performance that I did that make some changes to the best practices that we've defined here because I tested my way through it. We got to be like water. You got to just like fucking, Bruce Lee, right? You got to do all that shit. You got to be willing to adapt. You cannot be emotionally connected to the things other than fucking making money. And even then you can't be emotionally connected to it. You just have to. Hey, Rob, this is my coffee. We got some Airbnbs in here, and they took all those like nice Starbucks mugs. I got 2 French guys here for like 10 days. It's nice though, right? It's like Amsterdam style. It's Dutch. Senator, by one-day click, when you're going into reporting, up here in the breakdown section, there's also next to his customized columns. Now, Facebook defaults to a 28-day one-day click, 28-day view, one-day click, which means that it's giving that ad set credit for anything that it touched in the last 28 days, which means that it takes you a month to be able to make a decision, and you take credit for every other channel's work. If you click on that, you can see a little window will pop up down over, let's see if I can get the phrasing right here. And it'll do one-day click, 7-day click, 28-day click, 1-day view, 7-day view, all that stuff. You want to go on one-day click and get rid of everything else. That'll give you your real number of I spent money today, and in the 24 hours I spent this money, this is the result that money got me. Mapping to anything else gives you false numbers. And the mapping to that also lets you run Facebook against your Google Analytics, against your Google Ads, against your Bing, against your email, against every other fucking channel, Tapjoy, all of it. So one-day click is the unit measure of all digital advertising. If you're not measuring to that, You're not getting a real number. And that's one way that every guru out there is bullshitting the fuck out of you. And I used to do it when I used to work for Nissan and CBS and Hank Goldberg and doing Loctite and all sorts of fucking brands. TRX when I left the ad agency, went to another one. Disney Movie Club, MGM Grand, all these companies, they're giving us $1 million a month. I would not do one day click. I would do 28-day default attribution so that I could take credit for everything so that I looked good. And then another way, and for those of you that do run ad agencies, if you want to increase your money, is say they give you $100,000. The first page you report is, this is what happened if you gave me 150. This is all the opportunity that you missed, right? So 150 made us $1 million. You gave me 100, so I could only give you 700. You missed out on an opportunity. And that way, whenever you do reporting, you're always actually upselling your services so you can increase your billings month after month after month. I would always, first page of the report is what happens if you spend 50% more, so that they know that they're fucking up. And they're fucking up by not giving you more money, regardless of whether you're legit or not. Okay, Jackie Hansen says, is this in column settings? Yes, it's the column settings. So there's two things. The column settings is how the reporting is shown. And the attribution is actually one of the pieces we're going to cover, so I'm not going to get too much more into that. But the attribution window inside of an ad set says what customer journey is that ad set trying to map to. So whether it's a 1-day click, 1-day view, 7-day click. So we're going to get into a lot of that. Jackie, you're talking about inside the ad set a 7-day click, 1-day view. That's great. And we're going to actually talk about that in just a minute. In the custom columns section, you see reporting dashboard actually just shows you what happened on a 1-day click. You need to measure everything on a 1-day click. Your ad set can optimize the one thing, your reporting can show something else. That's very common practice, nothing wrong with that. But when you're reporting day-over-day results, pulling reports every single day, updating your Scrum doc and comparing multiple channels to each other, you're not going to be able to accurately make decisions on a daily basis and look at week-over-week trends if you have to wait for your data to mature over a week. That mature over a week means how much credit are you taking as a Facebook advertiser for everybody else's work. That is bullshit. And it's something that they teach. It's something the gurus do to make themselves look better. And you can run your business into the fucking ground listening to them. So fuck them. Let's get into it. Whew, that's a good morning. Can you tell I was on stage last night doing punk rock? Oh, it was so good. So good. Anyway, whew, deep breath. One more. Okay. Here we go. All right, the 4 points of it. Number 1 point, Jackie brought it up first. We're going to get right to it. Is I have changed all my ad sets to 1-day click, 1-day view. And I used to, and we had a big discussion last week in the group about the 7-day click. It's in my best practices ebook. I've been teaching it for a year. So here's why I've taken all my prospecting ad sets from a 7-day click, 1-day view to a 1-day click, 1-day view, and all my retargeting ad sets and beyond to a 1-day click. Here's 1-day click, 1-day view. Here's why. Is because I want that result today. I'm okay with Facebook saying every day you need to make a sale. And that's because I don't want the results of one ad set to influence the results of another one and share learnings and get super messy. Why? Theoretically, you'd say that's better. The strategy that I laid out before says that's better. All the things that Facebook says is that that's better. Here's why. Because when you start to optimize spend and ad level performance against a 7-day click, if you have one ad set that's driving a lot of 7-day click, and literally, this is a different type of person. It's a 7-day clicker. It is a longer consideration person, right? So this is somebody that, and your store isn't going straight up to the counter to buy, gum and cigarettes. It's somebody that's going through the aisle and making decisions and maybe coming back the next day or 5 days later or a week later to make that purchase. That is a very different person than the impulse buyer, okay? So when you are targeting this long consideration person, There might be multiple ad sets inside of your campaign, multiple ad sets inside of multiple campaigns across your entire account that are driving that intent. But only the ad set that makes the last click gets credit, which means you might have an ad set that just happened to be the thing in somebody's feed that day, but it was like the 5th one that somebody actually engaged with, and it's getting all the credit for the result, which means you're trying to optimize. You're actually optimizing on things that may or may not have had anything to do with it other than they were at the right place at the right time. And when you're increasing budgets or decreasing budgets and looking at ad performance on a day-to-day basis, you're actually not saying what made somebody buy today. You're optimizing to what was the last thing that somebody clicked before another channel made the sale. So much like the 28-day click, now we argued for 7-day because it gave you a larger data set, because it was more stable, because it allowed somebody to take more consideration, which means that you were likely to have, you weren't relying just on impulse buys. You didn't need to get lucky every day, but you were, at this point, relying on people that have consideration. So you had a sales pitch that was very easy because you knew I'm going to get a lot of group of people, and I know my long tail sales pitch. A long tail sales pitch is a lot more stable than an impulse buy. Now, why is it wrong? When you are using bucket-based CBO to do creative testing and you're trying to scale these results, you need to know what's working today. And why is that? It's because none of us, and believe me, I spend over $1 million a month. None of us are at a point where we are reaching every single impulse buyer. 7-day click is a different type of audience. 7-day click is a different type of audience, but it's one that takes more consideration. It's more stable, it's more projectable, but it's harder to get the sale. You want to go after low-hanging fruit, easy fucking money, right? So easy money is the impulse buy. You need to make sure that you get the impulse buyer before you go after the long tail buyer. Also, you're using your prospecting to do creative testing for the ads that you're showing and retargeting and retention and all the way further down the funnel. Those ad sets and those campaigns all rely on the impulse buy. You want somebody that sees that add to cart one day, they got to buy it today, or that add to cart one day doesn't do anything. So because of that, you want to do creative testing and prospecting to make sure that your retargeting looks better. And you want to also make sure that you don't need 7-day clickers right away. Now, that's the first point of it. The second reason why a 1-day clicker or 7-day clicker is bad is because if you're filling up your retargeting room, say this whole room that I'm in right now, right? If you're filling up your room, your store with people that are 7-day clickers, and then you retarget them with ads meant to focus in on 1-day clickers, because your attribution window actually changes the algorithm of who Facebook shows your ads to. You're now heavily limiting your delivery and your performance, and the results of your creative is not uniform because you're filling the room with somebody that needs a week to make a decision, and you're trying to make high pressure sales against those folks to get impulse buys today. That's not going to work. If you fill up a room of people that are impulse buyers and then you retarget them with impulse buy sales, you're going to be able to spend a lot more, because the advanced matching, the way that Facebook is matching your ad sets optimization to the people that are in that retargeting pool. If those things are matched, you use 1-day clickers to fill up your retargeting pool of 1-day clickers, and you retarget them with 1-day click ads, you're going to be able to have a much higher match rate to the people in that room. Now, some 7-day clickers are also 1-day clickers, and there's a good bit of that, but it's about 70% aren't. So if you put 100 people in a room, if you get 100 clicks on a 7-day click, 1-day view ad set, Facebook will only target 30 of those people with the 1-day click retargeting. So I hope that makes sense. And I'm looking at the comments sections. If you guys need more questions about it, go ahead and ask. If this is on replay, go ahead and ask. I'm on this shit all the fucking time anyway. I think I posted a picture of me washing my feet in the shower, just fucking trolling gurus and accepting new group members. So if you're watching right now and you need any clarity on that point, ask in the comments. If you're replaying it, ask in the comments. Let's see. Jackie says, Charlie is only using one-day click now inside the ad set. We talked about this a lot. Yeah. Now, I am using one-day click, one-day view. I'm including that view. Now, I'm not measuring on it, but a one-day view is also an impulse buyer. And many people will go, and this is part of the 6-point strategy thing that we talked about before, and we'll recover again. Many people see your ad, but they won't click on a Facebook ad. But if they're interested, then they will go to Google and look for your product. We want Facebook to drive that search. The search is way more fucking profitable. So we keep the one-day view in. Also, that one-day view gives Facebook more data. So yes, you're looking for impulse buys, but you're willing to nudge it a little bit to get some more data, right? So we're still only reporting on a one-day click, but we're letting Facebook say, well, the person didn't click on the Facebook ad, but they went to Google and they bought, include them in your data sets. Your pixel's looking at that person also. So one-day click, one-day view for everything. That's how I'm running it. Now, the immediate effect of that was my retargeting spend went up day one. Day one, it went up. Also, the ROAS on all the ad sets went up day one because the retargeting ad set algorithm and attribution window matched the people I was putting in the room, which only makes sense. My salesmen were one-day salesmen. I gave them a room full of one-day buyers. They all succeeded. And all your ads are salesmen. That's just the way I'm trying to make a relationship. So that made a huge, huge change, and it fundamentally improved my campaign's performance. And this goes against something that I've been talking about. It goes against stuff that I released in the ebook just fucking last month. I'm going to update the ebook, but I was wrong because the platform has changed. And I was able to spend a fuck ton of money to prove it. Over 5 figures on DR, direct response advertising, to test it and to prove this theory with Facebook and conversion lift and brand lift studies attached for disruptive people. We were able to do this and test the shit out of it. And the net result is that you need to, that's where we're at. So for me, and all the advice I'm giving you is overnight, things got better. Trying to catch up on all these comments. Robin says, this is a huge change for me. I found this is so powerful. I switched to a higher level conversion event. Rather than get a 7-day click, one caveat is a 7-day click isn't horrible for high ticket items. Yeah, 7-day click isn't horrible for high ticket items. What I would say is, if you have a great audience and you have capped out your spend, you could fuck around with duplicating that ad set but optimizing towards a 7-day click. I have found a little bit of incrementality there because you know that this lookalike is killing it and these creatives are doing great, but you've capped out at how much you can spend every single day. But it's still having your net, campaign level ROAS, the contribution of prospecting to your overall net result. You basically capped out. If you want more incremental spend, you can duplicate your 7-day. What I have found is the quality of your retargeting goes down a little bit. But if you're more about volume than about profit, right? Like we would all much rather have a 2x ROAS on $1,000 a day than a 10x ROAS on $10 a day, right? One makes you $1,000, one makes you 90 or 100. So it's a business decision that you have to make. But you have to very much think of it like that. A 7-day click attribution window is just a different audience than a 1-day click, and a 1-day click is a easier sale. That's it. That's the whole attribution process broken down into one fucking sentence. I should put that on a goddamn t-shirt. I should write that one down. Hey, if any of you guys are in this group right now, I'm just fucking ranting. That's a nugget. If I was Gary Vee, I'd tell my little dude to fucking make a thing of it. But yeah, So let's see what we got. Senator said all my ad sets are 7-day click or day view. Hey, that's fine, Senator. Change them to 1-day click and 1-day view, and change your retargeting. Make sure your retargeting matches it. I guarantee that your results will. I don't guarantee. I'm not a fucking bullshit guru. In my experience, across many accounts, across a fuck ton of money, over a long period of time, 1-day click, prospecting to 1-day click retargeting will outperform 7-day click prospecting to any retargeting. Let me be very careful because I just railed against some fucking gurus. I'm not going to make any bullshit promises. Okay. Man, these comments are blowing the fuck up. I the chats. Robalus is some Gary Vee. Struggle porn for the win. All right, let's see. Jackie says, I've been using 7-day click, 1-day view, so I'll change immediately. Great. And make sure your prospecting and your retargeting both match. Yeah, so it should help. Now, the only downside to changing those is sometimes you'll have the outlier creative, which works better to a long window. I have found that about 90% of the creative actually works better at a 1-day click, but there was 1 or 2 pieces, you know, every 10 or 20 ads that I had, one of them did a little bit better on a 7-day click than on a 1-day, and that's just fucking dumb luck. It's a great problem to have, right? So, anyway, proviso that being said, but I've done a fundamental account shift, and it has helped dramatically. Let's see. Austin Lacey asks, if using 1-day click, does that mean you need 50 conversions per day instead of per week? Nope. Austin, 50 conversions per week? Great fucking question. No, you still need the 50 conversions per week to get out of the learning phase. It's not per day. Everything else you know about Facebook holds true. It's just a matter of making sure that your salesman matches your audience. That's it. Everything else matches. Let's see. Robert says, we can't use 1-day view because our client gets sketchy about attribution. I like your client. However, when we ran brand lift study for incremental conversion, 1-day view actually were legit incremental conversions. Still a hard sell, but because they're selling a lot in other channels, absolutely. What you can do, Robert, when you're doing reporting is say, this is 1-day click. This is the incremental value of 1-day view. So this is everything Facebook's doing, and this is Facebook's contribution to all your other channels. So that's one way of you running Facebook ads taking credit for everybody else's results, because the honest truth is you're the only reason they have them. Not the only reason, but you have a big piece of it. So if you can say our 1-day view pool looks like, you know, X amount of results, know that the reason you're seeing those results on other channels is because of the work Facebook is doing. And if they want to test it, you can turn off Facebook for a day and see how gone to shit all those other channels are doing. And if somebody's willing to put their money where their mouth is and test that, they're going to call you up in 3 days and say, holy fuck, turn the shit back on. And then you will have a client for life. Call their bluff. I've done that. And we were never dark for more than 48 hours. People need to know. People need to know. Absolutely. Let's see what else. Can you just edit them? Won't lose optimization? Yes, Senator, you can edit your ad sets. It will put them back in the learning phase sometimes. But that's okay. That's absolutely okay, because your results you're going to see in a week are fucking worth it. And that's what this whole thing is about. All right. And then Robert says, I fucking hate Gary Vee, for the record. Right on, man. I have mixed feelings about the man. I think he's got a great ethos, and I think he's a really great salesman. I think he's got some good ideas. I think that some people think he's a messiah, and he's just a really, really good salesman. And he understands customer journey and that stuff better than almost anybody else that gives the data away. Plus, I love his fucking business model. I use his business model here. We're giving everything away for free, and if you want more, you can pay for more, right? If you want more access, it's absolutely available, but the shit giving away for free is better than 99% of the other people out there, and they sell the shit we give away for free, which is why they ban me from fucking groups all the time. I don't even know anymore how many groups have been banned from. I just see people that friend request me. I got dozens of friend requests this week saying, hey, they knocked you out of this fucking group. Will you be my friend? And the honest truth is, I don't post Facebook stuff on my feed. It all goes to this group. So hopefully you're enjoying it. Let's see. Raba says, do you use dynamic creative for copy testing? I have. It works. I would say that for me personally, I don't do as much of the dynamic creative for creative testing, but that's just more or less because of the way the workflow is. It's just not optimal for the way the workflow is for the business I'm in. I think that if you're on a smaller team, it's absolutely something I would recommend. And honestly, I'm trying to level it up. It's just, different departments, different people, different resources. So it just doesn't quite work out the same way. But I'm working on it. All right. Dwayne says, Gary Vee is a snake oil salesman. I would say he's a snake oil salesman with some good aloe vera. And occasionally I got a sunburn. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this coffee, I got the zingers today. This is good. All right, anyway, so that was point one. Man, we got 3 more to go, plus a review of 6 things. This is going to be a good one. Yeah. All right, so that was number 1. It was 1 day click, 1 day view on everything. Number 2, and this one really hurt me. This one really hurt me emotionally, but I was super excited when I finally got to get it through, is that we removed retention efforts. We're no longer going after previous buyers as the bottom of the funnel. I have been preaching to you all best practice for the last 9 months of prospecting, retargeting, and then retention at the bottom, where prospecting is somebody that's never engaged with you. Retargeting is people that have engaged with you recently but haven't bought. And retention is all previous buyers. This one was the biggest fucking game changer, I tell you. And here's why. If you are retargeting, say add to cart 1 day, right? Which all of you should have add to cart 1 days. If you are retargeting, add to cart 1 days. Say you have a room of 100 people and you've got 2 or 3 offers that you're running. Well, that's 2 or 3 offers in retargeting and 2 or 3 offers in retention. What that means is you're taking that 100 people and you're dividing them 6 ways. When you divide them 6 ways, it means you're not actually able to spend as much or get your share of voice into that audience nearly as well, because you have your own campaigns and your own ad sets competing with each other. As a result, your share of voice is smaller, so your impression share of that audience is smaller. Also, your CPMs are much higher because you've cut that audience down 6 ways. Now, on an add to cart 1 day, maybe that's not a big deal. But if you do it across your entire fucking account, meaning that everything that's not prospecting has a CPM that's 20 to 50 or 100% higher, even though it might be better for your business practice to treat a previous buyer differently than somebody that hasn't. On Facebook, if your CPM was a 20, when you split them out, retargeting and retention, that CPM might go to 30, 35, or 40. Which means that you are paying twice as much to reach that customer. Which means your ROAS, instead of being at 3, is only going to be a 1.5 because it costs more money to get that inventory. So that's one thing I want to say, because if you, in this model, it was prospecting on top, retargeting, and then retention. And retention really was a prospecting and retargeting from previous buyers. So your funnel was actually two-part funnels stacked on top of each other, with the retargeting and retention actually competing with each other, increasing your spend. Now this took a lot of work to get down, but the net effect was that it actually increased the CPMs. And because of the offer journey, if you assume that somebody that bought previously won't buy an introductory offer again, what you're doing in the real world is saying, say you go into 7-Eleven and you buy a Coke, right? A single fucking serve Coke. When you go back into the 7-Eleven, what you're saying is that person's never allowed to buy a single serving again, right? They have to buy the 12-pack. And we know this doesn't work. We know that this isn't how buyers buy. People buy single packs of cigarettes all day for years, decades. They won't buy a carton, even though it's cheaper. They'll buy the 1 pack of cigarettes, right? And to that point, big, huge brands that on the back end monitor this way and profit this way and run their entire business treating a previous customer differently than a new customer, they still show television commercials to existing customers. You can't control that. The honest truth is the television budget is higher than everything else. So what I'm getting at is treating previous customers on Facebook differently than new customers fundamentally increase your cost of doing business. This move overnight doubled the efficiency, or increased the efficiency, not doubled. Some of them it did. But my view contents, my add to carts, initially checkout payment ads, the campaigns that held just those went from maybe getting a 2 to maybe getting a 3.5 overnight. Seriously, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. And when I changed the prospecting from 7-day to a 1, and then made the retargeting and retention efforts, combined them, the net effect was a dramatic shift. I'm going to put it to you this way. At the campaign level, doing that, I was able to isolate out the actual results from people that had purchased before, right? And I pulled reporting in because I did sell a lot of people on this. I pulled reporting. The actual prospecting into people that had bought previously but hadn't shown an intent to buy recently, they only did slightly better than cold traffic. Now, why is that? That's because customers that you've sold before, they're getting emails, they're getting messenger shit, they're getting a customer experience with your products, whether those products run out or it's just some service or something. They have the option on their own of taking the effort to buy that product, right? They can. The person, let's go back to the buying the cigarettes analogy. This is one of the ones that helped me in the room tremendously. Buying the cigarettes. A cigarette buyer has the choice of going to, the grocery store, the 7-Eleven, and buying a carton any day. They have the choice of buying whatever they want. And the honest truth is, majority of them, when they go into the store, they've got their brand loyalty, but occasionally they want something else. Occasionally something else is on sale. Something as loyal as a cigarette buyer, they don't even buy the same product every day at the best value. They need to be sold at the point of sale inside the store, which is essentially a view content 1-day audience. That's somebody in the store looking at the product. They are more swayed by price than they are by brand loyalty. And there's few people more fucking loyal than a cigarette smoker. Those people fucking smoke till they die. So if your product is less addictive than a cigarette product, then you have a longer uphill battle than them, and they can't even hold them. So what I'm saying is, and I'm going to probably have to, look back at the retargeting ebook and rebuild some of this stuff. And we launch a version 2. And the retargeting ebook is still 100% in line. It's just that now we don't exclude retention. That's the only change. All the other lessons are in place. All the best practices still work. It's just now saying that it's top of funnel, mid funnel, bottom funnel instead of prospecting, retargeting, retention. So prospecting, people that have never clicked or engaged recently, right? Mid funnel are retargeting, high level retargeting, includes previous buyers, ad engagers, and site traffic. So people that have bought previously but have not come back to purchase, have not shown a level of intent to buy, meaning they haven't been to the store yet. Because remember, that's your highest level. So you're going to exclude from these people, you're going to exclude ad engagers, you're going to exclude site traffic. So that's just everybody that bought previously that has not come back into your ecosystem. So for whatever reason, they haven't done it. Which means you have to spend money on them to drag them in, because theoretically you shouldn't have to. So the money that you're spending on them is everybody that didn't buy on their own, everybody that the email didn't work on, everybody that the app experience didn't get them to do something. So all the people that slip through the cracks are the people that you're spending money on, because everybody else is already doing it. They're already buying from you. So that's your least qualified retargeting audience. It's essentially a prospecting audience, but they're warm lead. They know who you are. Then it's ad engagers and site traffic. Ad engagers is, post or ad engagers, custom audience inside of Facebook. It's everybody that is liked, comment, or shared one of your ads. And then site traffic, people that have been to your page. And we exclude from them people that have been to product pages, people that have added to carts. So these are people that maybe they went to your landing page, maybe they went to a blog, maybe they went to something, but they weren't actually on a product page. And then bottom of funnel is your view content and your add to carts. People that are at a product page, ready to put something in their cart, ready to buy. That fundamental shift dropped my CPMs by 25% overnight, because it's not all I spend, right? And it's actually continue to push it down. When you're pooling all of your product viewers, whether they bought before or not, into one pool instead of dividing it up 6-8 ways, those people are reached more efficiently by Facebook, because your CPM is not only a reflection of how much competition you have for that audience, but it's also the size of that audience. The bigger the audience, the lower the CPM. So if you chop up 100 5 ways, it's 5 groups of 20. Way more expensive than 2 groups of 50. Like, it's doubly expensive. CPMs, the cost of the inventory on Facebook, the cost of doing business, is the #1 way of driving profitability. If it costs you $100 to deliver 1,000 impressions and it costs me 10, I can be 10 times less efficient with my ads and still have the same ROAS as you, the same CPC, the same CPA. So this was a CPM play and also a business objective play. So it was a huge mind shift. But overnight, seriously, overnight, I could see the change and the results. It was mind-boggling. And also not just on Facebook, but on all their other channels. Which means also my exclusions can be very different. So instead of my retargeting excluding anybody that purchased in the last 6 months, it was my add to cart one day only excluded people that bought in the last one day. Because if they come back to the store 3 days later, they're not excluded. They're back in that audience. So this is a very fundamental shift. View content. So a 7-day retargeting audience only excluded buyers of the last 7 days. I only want to exclude somebody that saw that ad, that's eligible for that ad, that may have bought in that time. 30-day audience excludes buyers in the last 30 days. That's it. And then I have a prospecting, or I have a retargeting audience of previous buyers that is, last month, 3 months, 6 months, whatever. And they actually drag my ROAS down. Because remember, who are these people that buy your product previously that aren't buying on email, that aren't buying by going back to the site, that aren't going to Google, that aren't taking the effort on their own to buy. These are people that probably weren't happy with the product. Or these are people that weren't brand loyal enough or weren't convinced enough by the sales pitch to pull out their credit card again. These are people that had a bad experience and you got to turn them back on. So show me introductory products again. Let that person buy a 12-ounce can of Coke 1,000 times until they're fucking annoyed with having to go to the store every time they want and they just buy a fucking 12-pack. Think about it when you buy beer. How often do you buy a can? A lot of us have a store where we're selling essentially a can, right? We got a low level, some people call it a tripwire offer, an introductory, a trial. If somebody's willing to pay you for that, sell it to them. If somebody, you would never have a store where when you bought the product in a single serve, when you bought the product in the 12-ounce can, that the 12-ounce can wasn't available to them ever again. Because what are they going to do? They're going to go to the store. They're going to go to the guy across the street that's selling the 12-ounce can, and they're just going to go buy from them. So yeah, that was a huge fucking piece, and I hope that you guys understand that. And if you need more stuff, Rabba, I know you're gonna hit me up on the Slack, man. So hit me up on the Slack, and I'll go through a lot of fucking detail with you. And if anybody else, the Slack channel is where we talk about all this shit and super in depth. People are sharing their personal data. We're going over real high level shit in there. And if you want to get in there, it's do your homework and get in, or don't and get in. It's highly fucking recommended. There's some real fucking big gurus in there. Not gurus, sorry. Real fucking big people in there. It's kind of like a mastermind with the group members here. It's an opt-in. It's funny. One or two people left the group because they stopped drop shipping because they got giant jobs at ad agencies because they were able to level up. Court being one of them. And now I think he's going private again. He's going to come back in. I'm super excited. Yeah. So anyway, and Nick, also my buddy Nick, who I talk about sometimes, he's on my bowling team. He runs an Amazon store. He had so much success that he actually couldn't. He tried to outsource stuff because he was too busy running his business to run his ads, and so that was great. And he's back in now too. So anyway, yeah, super big. It's cheaper than a one-on-one, and it's a one-on-one with me and a million other people. Not a million other people, but a select group of awesome folks that are really committed to winning. So anyway, Rabba, I'm sure my DMs are going to blow the fuck up on the Slack room, and we will go over all of it. I promise. All right. Move number 3. And I was right about 45 minutes. I'm out of coffee. Move number 3 was adjusting my offer. I used to, and I've preached to you, have a low cost and a high cost, right? So super low cost and super high value. One of them drives down your CPA. One of them drives up your AOV. Those two with a dynamic ad. Running. DPA running. And it was great because I was able to pull those two levers. Now, the issue with that is let's go back to the the soda analogy. If your options are a single can or a 40-pack, sometimes you only want a 12-pack. It's either I'm going to spend $10 or I'm going to spend $20 or I'm going to spend $150. There's no middle ground. One of the big moves was offering a middle ground price point. It's what's known in marketing terms as good, better, best. So what do you want? Is something that's super cheap, a limp in, a trial offer, whatever. And then something that's extremely comparable to competitors, but just at a better price or whatever, right? So you can hit up your price points along the way. So maybe it's a $20 and a $50 and an $80. Now, as a customer, I can make the choice of what Son Reed, you having zero success retargeting? Let's chat. I will definitely get that going. Get yourself that retargeting ebook. Let's start there. Get the exclusions in place. Set that up, and then ask me the questions you need to make success fucking happen for you. I highly fucking recommend it. That's all I can do is tell you. Here's the things. Otherwise, ask questions in here. Start building it, and let's make it happen. I promise that I will help. Now, I can't promise results. I can promise you that you have my help. Yeah, so going back to this, offering that good, better, best means that you're letting the customer choose the right fit. And again, let's go back to the soda analogy. It's the single can, the 6-pack or the 12-pack, and then the fucking cube, like the case, right? And you see this all the time. Pizza joints, small, medium, large, right? Or soda, small, medium, large. Fast food, small, medium, large. You go to, car companies used to do this. Ford, Mercury, Lincoln. It's the same fucking car, but it's the 15,000, the 30,000, and the 50,000 version. You see this all the time. Almost everybody has this offer. Coke, Coke Zero, Diet Coke, and the original, right? Good, better, best. Everybody uses this. And it's because it allows the customer to make the choice. Now, sometimes, and you can play with these levers, what I've found is my CPA goes down because I'm letting the customer choose what they want to buy. Now, my AOV also goes down a little bit because I'm not forcing everybody to buy that super high product. But my conversion rate, my ROAS goes way up because there might be somebody willing to spend $50. They would never spend 100. So that person is now not rejecting. They're not going next door to buy the product. So my conversion rate is going up because I'm able to match my product to my customer. That's what Facebook retargeting does better than anybody. That's a big piece of the 6-point plan, is that it matches the customer journey and the customer need to the product. Google doesn't really do that. Nobody else does it nearly as well as Facebook can, because it's matching all that user data, right? So if Facebook knows, hey, this person, say you're selling t-shirts, Facebook knows this person buys $35 t-shirts all day and this person only buys $15 t-shirts. It's gonna be able to match it. Same thing with shoes or weight loss pills, or I guess you can't sell weight loss pills, but you know what I'm saying, dog food even, right? It knows that somebody's gonna buy the 5-pound bag, somebody's gonna buy the 40-pound bag. But there might be a couple people that are willing to, buy one, get one free on the 20, the middle price point. Good, better, best. It's fucking Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Offering that allowed the customer to make the choice. That fundamentally helped my business model because it meant that I didn't have to nickel and dime people for the cheap shit or give them a super expensive product. You had the choice of a nice, safe middle ground that was the most direct competition to the other players in the marketplace, right? What is the unit thing that everybody else is doing? I'm going to sell it for cheaper. And that's my middle offer, right? And then I've got the trial, I've got the thing that I'm using to compete with all my direct competitors, and then I've got super value. That huge fucking difference. Now, the last thing, and also remember, now this isn't retargeting. So it used to be low price offer, high price offer, DPA, which is 3 offers in retargeting. And then we did the same thing inside of retention, maybe another offer, right? So now we're splitting that audience 6 to 8 ways. Now we're splitting that audience into 4 ways, right? Because we've got low price, mid price, high price, DPA. But Facebook is seeing those users as different people. You're not actually splitting that one room into 6 or 8 different ways. You're not even splitting it really into 4. Facebook knows who the people are that are going to buy that $9, $10, $20 product. Facebook knows who's that $80, $100, $150, that high-end buyer. And it knows who the people in the middle are. So when you say, hey, I've got 1,000 people in my retargeting audience, my daily reach every day is only 300 people, it's because out of those people, not everyone is a likely buyer. And a conversion objective is trying to reach likely buyers. If you're selling something at a price point or at a value that most of the people inside your retargeting audience aren't going to respond to based on the pixel data, Facebook just won't show them the ad. So getting those, low, medium, high, lets Facebook divide your dollars up to hit the right people. What it actually does is instead of increasing your CPMs, it actually decreases them because it's letting you match your offer to the right customer. So you're increasing spend while decreasing CPMs because it's a better match. Facebook wants a better customer experience. So if your only options are $20 or $150, when you offer a $60, you're actually letting Facebook choose, well, this is a person that wants to limp in. This is somebody willing to spend, $50, $60. This is someone that wants to spend $100 or more. You're actually letting the platform be more efficient by using its pixel data to increase the match rate for your offer and your customer. So you have salesmen that are going after the Ford, Lincoln, Mercury buyer. I know that's a weird analogy, and some of you guys don't know who fucking Mercury is. That's fine. But that's what it's doing, is you're letting the sales pitch for good, better, best. So it's actually not dividing up your audiences. It's letting Facebook be more efficient, lower CPMs, lower CPAs. Because of lower CPMs, higher ROAS. So far we've covered one-day click. So you're going after only impulse buyers because you don't need anybody else. And you're matching your retargeting to your prospecting efforts. We've also covered the elimination of retention as an audience in your funnel because those are actually lower quality audiences that are increasing the account complexity and increasing your CPMs and increasing your CPAs because you're dividing up your customer journey and eliminating some customers from being able to make the purchases that they want. And you're making basically Facebook work really hard on the people that have already shown an interest not to buy again. And you're now giving a good, better, best, right? So you're letting Facebook choose the right offer for the right person with more options so that you're actually decreasing your CPMs because you're showing a higher quality offer to people, which means Facebook, those people have a higher, they react more positively to it. So Facebook sees that as higher quality content, so you pay a lower price, which means you get higher profitability. The last piece, and this is something I actually asked in the channel a couple of weeks ago to see if anybody else was doing it, and nobody was. So I did it. Fuck it. And it has been crushing. It's an offer carousel. Remember we had that good, better, best? Put them together in a carousel as an offer. So you have your standalone offers, but then you put your good, better, and best in a carousel, much like a DPA, but you're cherry picking what's in the DPA and you're building creative just for it, videos and static images, whatever. But you're saying, hey, look, here are the 3 best offers we have. So instead of somebody saying, well, we only have 3 products, A, B, and C, good, better, best. And instead of DPA saying, here's the entire store, it's a middle ground. It's saying, and I think I used this analogy and Robert went for it right away. It's the aisle caps. It's the stuff at the end of the aisle saying, hey, look, we have a huge store. At the end of the aisles, though, even in fucking 7-Elevens, there might only be 3 fucking aisles. The stuff at the end is the best-selling stuff. So you're saying, here's an option to choose which one. Now, why does this work? Because you're letting Facebook show that customer choice in one loop sum. So it's not having to show the $20 ad and doesn't have to show the 50 and 150. It's showing all of them side by side. So somebody now sees all of them in one impression instead of 3, which means your cost of getting that impression goes down tremendously because you don't have to hopefully get lucky with the algorithm showing the right offer to the right person. You're just saying, hey, person that's interested, here's the best 3 things for you to buy from me at different price points. Tell me which one you like. And then that person has the choice of which one they want to buy, and they buy from that. Now, what I can say is, I haven't turned off the individual offers, but my spend on them has dramatically decreased, where the offer carousel has taken more and more and more of the market share. So it's basically offer carousel, number one spender, DPA, second best spender. So my top selling products, and then any product you've looked at plus my top selling stuff from across the entire store on this giant carousel, second spender. And the other one is for some people, some buyers don't want the option. You need to hard sell them. And this is letting your sales pitch match the customer journey. To be honest, especially with older buyers or people that aren't as technologically adept, a product carousel is confusing. Somebody might not know that there's a second or a third offer in there. They see one thing like, well, I don't want that, and they move on. Also, the customer journey and the sales pitch is a lot more difficult to drive home when you have multiple products, because your copy can't speak to the value that one offer has. So you need the direct pieces that show the good, the better, and the best. But combining them, most people understand that. Most Facebook buyers, because hopefully you're using engaged shoppers on everything, you're prospect with engaged shoppers, which means your retargeting is just people that buy on Facebook all the time, or primarily people that buy on Facebook all the time. They know how those ads work. So now you're letting Facebook to say, this person buys from carousels, here's a carousel. This person doesn't really know a carousel, they need to be sold an individual product, okay, here you go. So now you've got 4 or 5 different salesmen out in the marketplace. Good, better, best, a combination of them, and DPA. Now, to go back to what we said before about combining the retargeting and the retention, that theoretically is dividing that audience up into 5. But really it isn't, because you've been listening and you're using CBO with spend limits, which means you know that you only want to invest 5% of your budget on this one, and you're willing to invest 70% of your budget on this one. So when you have them all running inside of one campaign, yes, they're competing with each other, but you're not letting them, you're controlling how much they compete. You're using spend limits, minimums and maximums on your ad sets to control the share of your the piece of the pie, the size of the pie that each one of these gets to compete. So now, much like you would on ad set budgets or something, you're using CBO to adjust where the dollars get spent. But you're also putting thresholds saying you need to spend at least X amount here and no more than X amount here. So when you use that CBO with this combination of offers, you're in control. And you're letting Facebook do all the work, because Facebook is smarter than you, it's smarter than me. You're letting CBO do what CBO does best, which is diversify the dollars around the best opportunity. But you're also controlling the spend so that you're not competing with each other. All of your offers aren't buying to try to make the sale off the same individual. So this is a way to optimize with retargeting for CBO to show the best offers to the best people. Now, you can put those offers in one campaign so that you can really divide them up, or you can make them in separate campaigns. It's up to you. It's really against your business practice, whatever you want to do. But using those different options for that level of control is how to use the Facebook tools to change what you're doing. That's how I'm doing it. The net effect of all of these pieces was, I'm not getting into hard numbers, but a 5-figure daily spend, right? Like $1 million a month spending brand. I was able to increase spend day over day. I'm still increasing spend every day, although it's a holiday, so I had to slow back a little bit. Every single day I spent more than I did the day before, because I can spend more in prospecting, which means I'm just going to spend more in retargeting. And at the same time, my profitability, my number over 1x ROAS has doubled. And it's stable at that doubled point. And it's because we're matching Facebook's algorithm with the way that we're showing offers. We're matching the way that Facebook's algorithm works for customer journey, knowing that retention is people that actually aren't interested in buying again. So we're not treating them differently again. We're just showing offers by level of intent. So we've dramatically decreased our CPMs. We've mapped out the customer journey by showing multiple offers and by offering a carousel so that we can not only show those offers, but let Facebook show how to show those options. And we've focused in on one type of buyer, the one-day click impulse buyer, because that type of buyer is the one that we can map the same way across every single channel. And we don't need to go to another type of buyer because that's incremental. And it actually doesn't match our business objective, which is making money today. So those are the 4 moves. I was like a fucking hour. But yeah, so I highly recommend everybody else do this. I've been recommending it to a few people. Every case study I've done this with has worked. And so I'm sharing that with you. And if you need any more insight on any of those things, go in the Slack, ask me there, or ask questions during the week. I'll address all your questions during the week in this live. Let's see. Actually, Austin has a question. Austin says, for the carousel concept, do you have the purchase pixel be generic, or can it be a custom event per offer? That's a great question. I don't think you can actually do a custom event per offer. I've done it only with the generic purchase pixel. And to your point here, you can see after you're segmenting custom that maybe the pixel would only be showing the people who choose one of the 3. It's the generic purchase pixel because you just want as much data as you possibly can, which is what Facebook says, but you're showing control, saying everybody that's likely to buy from me, here are the 3 best things. Because remember, by the time somebody's seeing that, they're also seeing the DPA. They've also been to your store. They know that you have other products. They've seen other options. They've chosen not to buy. So you're only showing the people that have already made the choice to not buy. They need your help. So you're helping them by taking that giant, it's like going to a restaurant and instead of having a 5-page menu, you've got 3 choices. Chicken, fish, or steak. That's it. And that's another example of how people do it. Look at fucking Chinese fast food. That's how they run it. And they're fucking doing good business. So anyway, that's that. We're an hour in. I just want to say to everybody that's still here, thank you. And if you find value in this stuff, also, it would mean the world to me if you invite like 1 person to this group. Just 1 or 2. Shit, that'd be great. I really, really appreciate it. And this week we had a huge surge of people, and that means a lot to me. We grew. We had about twice as many people join this week as the average week. And that means a lot. And if you're new to the group this week, I really hope that you're watching this. And if you are, please go in the comment section and say, hey, I'm new. That means a lot. Also, I talk a lot about them, but we have a Patreon in this group where all the ebooks are stashed. And you can go in there and check out all the ebooks. There's also some decks from some conferences, a couple other things. And then there's the Slack channel, which is a premium thing, which has all the resources that anybody gets. So it's, decks from conferences, it's notes from reps, it's, shared private data from people, and it's reporting, and it's all sorts of shit. It's that super high touch, high level shit where you're like somebody in the room. And it's been really awesome to help people succeed there. Like I said, some people have done so well there that they've been offered very high salaries to go work for people. I think Court's on his 3rd opportunity, so fucking fantastic. And you know, the honest truth is some people have had such great success there that it's not worth it for them to be there anymore. And while that sucks for me to not have them in there, it's also really meaningful that they did so well that that they can't go. They don't need help with the drop shipping store anymore because they're working a full-time job for a salary, making, you know, fuck ton of money. That's a great problem. I love helping people that way. And you know, the honest truth is they do come back. Court's coming back, and other people are too, because they've learned stuff. Now they want to come back and share, and that's really what it's about. And Skylar's in there a lot, and that's great. Banzilla. There's a lot of people, and it's been great because I've been able to get people on to Tapjoy, and I've been able to help people get the reporting done. And we're going to start doing inside of there. We're going to be working with folks so we can make videos of examples of how to do the Scrum doc, for instance, which I reference constantly. And if you're not using it, then you're not doing as good a job as you could. And all of this stuff, the stuff we talk about here is done at 10 times deep level there. And that's available on the Patreon. It's the highest tier. And if you do any of the homework from any of the weeks, you can get it half off. So for new buyers. So anyway, I'm a highly recommended. There's no way I can help you more than that other than doing one-on-ones, and those are available options too. I don't want to sell courses on out-of-date shit, but if you find value here and you want more help, I'm always available for that, and we can make it worth each other's while. And so thank you guys very much. That all being said, I want to get into a review of the brand builder, the brand builder eCom best practice blueprint. This is the stuff that we went over week over week for the entire month. Sorry, I'm pulling it up on my computer, the ebook. The entire month of June was dedicated to this thing that I was promising, and it's a system that I've put together and I've tested, and I've got several case studies in the works where I'm putting my own dollars up to prove this thing, where I'm working with a a partner for their brand, and I'm putting my own ad dollars up to prove that this works, and letting them do all the work. But I'm putting basically they do the work, I put up my money as ad dollars, and we're going to make success happen. And the idea is that anybody can do this to build a brand. All they need is spend. So I'm providing the spend to put my money where my mouth is. And if I lose, I lose. And if I win, hey, I made some money on it, which is great. But we're already having some big success with it. So I'm going to go over those 6 steps. If you want them in depth, go back to the live feeds from June. Everything's available in the announcements section. But anyway, I want to review these things here real quick because I think it's super valuable. And I'm going to release it early on the Slack. It'll be the unedited version, and I think there might be 1 or 2 pages missing. But the main points are there. So anyway, without further ado, we'll get to it unless there's any other questions. Zero success retargeting. Is there an AOV? Okay. Oh, we're caught up. Okay, good. So diving into it, where are we at with time? All right, hour 13. Cool. Also one other thing before I start this. I'm gonna now do a monthly, like we did last week, where it's just dedicated to your questions. I'm gonna drive hard all fucking week to get questions from you guys. I'm just gonna answer all of that shit one by one, everything. Because I think that was massively valuable. Because what I think people want to know isn't necessarily what everybody needs. So yeah, hopefully that helps. All right. So again, this is the Brand Builder eCom Best Practice Blueprint. And the intention of this is what should you do to start a brand? What can you do to take your brand from zero to kicking ass? If you were working with me, what is it that I would do for you? What are the conversations I would have over the first month? I'd be setting this up. So instead of me just trying to do that all the time, because honestly, it's not worth my time always to work with every client and I want to help as many people as possible because some people can't afford the help. So here it is for free. Because fuck it, why not? The honest truth is, I'm not selling courses. I'm not selling classes. I don't live and die by trying to scam people on it. I make money for people. That's how I make my living. I'm just trying to share this stuff because when you guys use this, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel really fucking good. And being happy is what it's about. And sometimes you guys go in there and you poke holes in it and you prove me wrong, which makes me better. And when you guys ask me questions about it, it means that I can explain what I'm doing to other people easier. So you're helping me communicate. You're helping me feel good when I wake up in the morning. And I don't need the money from this thing because I have a job where I'm doing really well, making money for people. So I just share that. And that's what my motivation is, just so you know. And again, go undermine those gurus and I'll give you the ebooks for free. Because that's the kind of person I am. All right. Enough stalling. Let's get into it. So this is in order of importance. And I would say you want to get all 6 of these pieces together before you spend dollar number 1. That's my advice. If you were to start a brand from zero, and tomorrow I'm starting a brand from zero using this system with a 6-figure fucking monthly budget, where Facebook's flipping half the bill. So if that shows you any bit of the buy-in. Hey, Jillian, nice to see you. How's Montana? Hopefully it's not still cold. It's like July. Austin, yeah. Oh, yeah. Love the Q&A. Great. All right. Anyway, I'm not fucking stalling. Let's get to it. Sorry, I need food. I'm going to go get some goddamn donuts after this because it's Sunday and because it's 4th of July and I got fat as shit and I'm going to commit. I'm going to turn this life around starting tomorrow. Yeah. All right. Anyway, number 1 is a one-click buy landing page. What's the concept here? Is we want to clean and simple landing pages. And what's our ethos? Right, and all of these, by the way, I'm more or less just reading the fucking slides, is that we want to make it easy for people to buy. We want to make it easy for them to pull out the card and to purchase from you. We don't want any distractions. We want to capitalize on the buyer intent. We want to make the product pages simple. We want to remove anything besides the buy now button and the product image. You want to utilize low weight assets. You have quick load times. You want to remove pre-transactional upsells. One of the things that really gets in the way of people's stores is, oh, hey, I know you're interested in buying, but add this thing. And I'm like, hey, fuck you, I don't want that thing, and now I'm not going to buy. That happens more times than you believe. Put it a post-transactional upsell after somebody buys to add value, right? And make sure the buy now button leads directly to a payment method. And videos aren't necessary on product pages. They weigh a lot. They make, if a video is a minute and a half long, now if I want to buy, I'm going to watch for a minute and a half and then make a decision. Fuck that. If I'm on the product page and I want to buy, I'm going to hit buy now, or your ad didn't do a good enough job. And it's a lot better to make an ad do a good job than have somebody on their landing page bounce out because they were in the buying window and then you made them think about it too much and then, oh, well, never mind. At the gum and the cigarette packs and everything else at the register, nobody's selling you. You just like, oh, yeah, I want that. You throw it on the fucking thing and you walk out the door. Your store, if it's not set up like that, is impeding your conversion rates. Guaranteed number 1 way of increasing conversion rate, simplify your landing page. Number 2, Instagram growth hacking. The concept here is using automation to conquest your competitors and provide opportunities to your audience. It's our ethos. Is we're going to let your competition do the work and let machines be your salesmen. Okay? And this is automated, top to bottom, more or less. There's a little bit of a stolen thing from Gary Vee in here, but I'm calling myself out on it. So how do you do this? You want to identify your competitors and target their followers. Number 1 way to identify your competitors, type your brand name into Google and see who comes up before you. Those are the assholes spending money to get market share, which means they're spending money to get customers, which means they're spending money to get Instagram followers. So they already have the audience. McDonald's is the only fast food chain that researches locations. Everybody else just puts themselves across the street from the McDonald's. Be the Taco Bell, be the Jack in the Box, be the fucking whatever restaurant chain you want to be that isn't McDonald's. That's it. Be the fucking Planet Hollywood. Don't be Hard Rock, right? And with it, target the hashtags that perform best for your brand. A lot of brands have branded hashtags. And when you post things, You will put hashtags in your comment section, hopefully. Find the ones that are most akin to your customers and target them as well as your competitors. DM new followers with a message providing value, assuming they already know who you are. Don't have your DM be like, hey, really, thanks for following me. I hope you enjoy this thing. Check out this link. It's, what's your favorite this? Have you taken advantage of that? Are you in our group? Have you joined our journey? It is assume they know who you are, assume they want to buy from you, assume they're interested in it, provide them value from the get-go, right? If you follow Morrison's Dog Food and the direct message is, hey, thanks for following, I really appreciate it, you will never fucking open another message from that brand. If it's, hey, we have a sale right now, buy two, get one free. Oh, maybe I want to buy. I just followed you. I'm interested in your product, and now you're giving me an offer. Fuck, I might take up on it. Or it's, hey, we're giving out a lot of free things on our Instant Messenger chatbot. If you click this link to join in. Okay. Or, hey, are you in our, are you on our email list yet? So we can tell you about promotions. No, I'm not. Sign up. You're assuming the positive and then capitalizing on it. Fuck welcoming people. You don't need to be polite. You're making money off of them. You can be cordial, but you're also trying to take their money. That's the bottom line. Another thing. You want to DM your existing followers with messages to drive them to your CRM database, chatbot, email, lead gen, all the stuff I just mentioned. Do that to your existing followers. And also there's a thing called a $1 a day strategy, which is where you give your 2 cents to 50 people a day. Organically and meaningfully engage with users who represent your target market. Morrison's Dog Food, for instance, you can go to Purina, the people that are commenting there, and just everyone that, or maybe it's, hashtag dog food, go on and be like, oh, your dog looks really fucking stoked, right? Like, oh, that's a fucking cute picture, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't have to be difficult. You can do 2 or 3 a minute. But give your 2 cents, which is, some lingo here in America. I don't know if that translates to other people, but it's, make the point of making an organic engagement of 50 people a day from your brand. You're not a bot. You're a real fucking person and you give a fuck about them. That'll massively help your Instagram growth. That's the only part that isn't automated. Now, and tools of the trade here, Instagram, Instalex.pro has been my go-to use tool for this for years. It still is. I use it. I've got multiple accounts on it right now. I said it's best practice for everybody. Let this be the thing that works for you. And there's a lot of best practices we've gone over in previous lives about it. So I'm not going to get into there too much today. All right. Next thing is Google and Bing branded search. A lot of people ignore Bing, which means there's not a lot of competition, which means the profit margin on it is insane. Generally, Bing does 5 to 10 times better results than Google does. There's not a lot of volume, but you might get 30x return on a one-day post-click for your branded terms. That's easy fucking money. Also, why does Bing work really well? Bing works really well because it skews to a older, less discerning customer, which means it's people that have more money or people that don't spend the money as wisely. Everybody's on Google. Bing is easy money. For Bing, this is branded search. So our concept here is capitalize on the awareness and intent to buy created by all your marketing efforts. You've been running your ads on one-day view, remember? But people aren't clicking because they're really suspicious. They never buy on a Google on an Instagram ad. But what do? They go to Google. Let me see this product, Morrison's Dog Food. Oh, hey, look, there it is. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna go to the store. Maybe I'll buy. And if I don't buy, shit, I'm gonna hit up with another Facebook ad saying this is the thing that you were interested in. All right, fuck it, I'll buy. The Ethos. Few people buy on first click. Most go to Google. Don't ignore this easy money. A lot of times, a lot of you guys are running, say if I ran Morrison's Dog Food ads on Facebook, but I didn't have anything on Google. What happens when somebody Googles Morrison's Dog Food? Purina, Puppy Chow, all this other shit comes up, and somebody buys. I just spent my Facebook money to make a sale for my competitor. That's bad fucking business. So how do you do this? You set up a search campaign on both platforms, and you use your brand name and the names of your products and bundles as the keywords for your search campaign. Set very high bids so that you win every auction. You want to be on page 1 at the fucking top. A $5 click is worth it if you're getting a 5x ROAS. Who gives a shit? You don't want to get beaten. You want to track your spend and conversions against a one-day click. Don't wait for that mature data bullshit. Make sure that each brand name search ad drives you to your primary offer page. So what happens when somebody clicks on your branded search? It brings you to your primary offer page. For each product and bundle, those keywords, make sure that it drives to that product, right? So if it's, product A versus product B, using these guys again, say I got a search ad for this one, I got a search ad for this one, different products. This Sunday better lead to a fucking Sunday page. Better not lead to the chocolate fucking whatever page. It needs to drive to the page of the product I'm advertising. So many times I see that not being the case. And then last thing, keep your eye on who shows up when you search a brand. Those are your biggest competitors. Use them on the Instagram growth engine. And also QA your work regularly, going to an incognito browser window and do it from multiple devices. And I will look a few times a week. So far, we've got really easy landing page. We are letting our competitors do our work for us, so we're automatically just gaining brand awareness. We're essentially Instagram growth hacking is like hanging flyers, and we're doing it for free. Or it's like $15 a month or something. And we're direct messaging our followers with offers and trying to get them into our ecosystem. And when we do that, also, people are going to start saying, like, who the fuck is this brand? They're going to Google to find out. We're closing that deal. This already will make you money. Out the gate, you're going to make sales. If you notice, we haven't even set up a Facebook campaign yet. We haven't done any prospecting. And you're going to start getting sales every single day. And you're going to get sales for really cheap clicks on Google based on efforts you've done on Instagram on an automated basis. So with just this, you might spend $50, $100 a month, and you're going to get sales. Number one, right out the gate. Now, Facebook retargeting is the next piece, because now people are in your ecosystem. Facebook, what's the concept here? Facebook allows a brand to do storytelling and match a product to customer. We went all over that before. Now, the Ethos. Facebook is the number one source for impressions. Use it for what it does best. It creates intent. You can do your storytelling here, and you can match the product to the customer, right? That's what Facebook retargeting does. Google, people only go to Google to find out the product that they want. Now, on Instagram, that person may or may not know that you have anything else to sell. They're just looking at your brand. Facebook retargeting lets that person take an interest in and buy the product that they're interested in, and it shows them what products they can be interested in, all that good stuff. So set up conversion campaigns using a tiered audience strategy. I go over this in the Facebook retargeting ebook. I also went over this a few weeks later, so I'm not going to get into too much detail today. Utilize exclusions to make sure that no one is eligible to be in more than one ad set per campaign. We talked about this before. We don't want competition. We don't want somebody eligible. You don't want to be spending more than money than you need to. This is the whole thing about simplifying the retention and retargeting, all of that stuff. But make sure you use exclusions for your tiered approach. Track spend and conversions against a one-day post-click. I gotta stress that. And focus each retargeting campaign on your lowest cost offer, your most popular offer, all your highest value offer, good, better, best, and DPA. We went over that. It's also just in the ebook. But it's best practice, and I'm making sure that it's written there. And begin with add to cart and view content one-day ad sets. Begin with that lowest hanging fruit on Facebook. Because remember, you're not using Facebook to drive to at the top of the funnel. You're using, Instagram growth hacking in this system right now, the way it's set up. And you're letting Google do the work. So you really only need to secure the people from the last day. Now, when you're not able to spend your budget there, when you say you set it to $100 a day and you're only able to spend 30 or 40, you're going to expand it from 1 day to a 7 day, which means you add an add to cart 7 day and you exclude your 1 day from it. So now you've got 2 ad sets. Because you're scaling your Facebook spend by saying I'm making a 2x on a 1 day and I can't spend enough money. I want to spend more money at a slightly lower efficiency, but you're expanding your spend by working your way up the sales funnel, right? Your ideal daily frequency, by the way, on a 1 day post click or on a 1 day ad set, not 1 day post click, on a 1 day retargeting window is over 2. And in the ebook, I actually show you how to do breakdown. I show you my daily frequency on one of my 1 day ad sets. There's no real data in there other than just frequency numbers and how to see them. It's a breakdown by day. It's in the upper left-hand corner. So it's columns, breakdown, reports, breakdown, you hit time, you hit day. That's how you look at your data. Anything other than that isn't real. Hey, Vika. Yeah. All right, next thing, Tapjoy. This is where we're going to start beating the top of the funnel, right? Remember, we're doing all this before we launch. So Tapjoy, the concept here, it's a commission-based platform where you produce sales and you drive clicks. The ethos, it lets you make a profit while filling your retargeting pools and drive up branded search. Now, how does Tapjoy work? Is you set a bid for a conversion. So say you've got a $50 product. You can bid $45, which means you're giving a commission. So that platform, whenever it makes a sale for you, you pay it $45. If your average order value is $50, then it's a prospecting campaign where you make it, where it's like a Facebook prospecting campaign that runs. If it's $40, if it's $45 bid at a $50 conversion, then you're running at a 1.1x ROAS for prospecting, guaranteed. And you can spend $50, $100, $500 a day. Now the net effect of it, Tapjoy might only give you a couple sales a day. Maybe it gives you 10 sales a day and you're spending $500 on it. Great. But what is it really doing for you? Is for every sale that doesn't work, it's driving a shit ton of clicks into your system, which means you're filling your retargeting pools, and just like the Instagram growth hacking, you're driving up branded search. So at a thing that will only ever make you profit, you're filling all the other things that get you a much higher profit margin for nothing. You don't pay for the clicks that don't convert, which is the beauty of Tapjoy. And Tapjoy, we've gone into many detail before, so I'm not going to get too much on how it works, but how do you execute it? What I found has worked best is I create a 4-card, kind of like a Facebook carousel style ad that clearly displays the product, shows the value, your unfair market advantage, and the price. You want somebody that clicks on that to know what they're getting, right? Not only do they know what they're getting, but they know how much it costs. By the time that person hits your store, they know what they're doing, which means your retargeting pools are highly effective, informed, high intent customers, and the people looking for you on Google know what they're looking for. Maybe they don't want to click on an ad in the middle of their experience, or they get the Tapjoy ad because maybe they're playing a game and they don't want to fuck up their gameplay. They just want to do the thing, but they've seen you. They know who you are. They know what your product is. They know why they should buy from you instead of your competitor, and they know how much they're going to spend. That is a very high level intent person, which means the retargeting off of that person is going to be very efficient. So you do that. You set your bid just below your AOV for the product being sold. You monitor daily and track your performance against retargeting and branded search. So you want to know, what is the effect of Tapjoy on the rest of my system? If Tapjoy is the only place you do prospecting, then you're going to be above 1x every single day. Unless you're fucking up on retargeting and branded search, your store will be over 1x every single day. And the only thing preventing you from scaling more is launch other offers on the platform. Hi, Jackie. Come back, Jackie, and watch the rest of this thing. I know you got to go. Bye. But please come back. And if you want to drive more volume, say you know you're making 2x everywhere else and 1x on Tapjoy, and you want to spend more, how do you do that? You can raise your bid. Maybe you don't need to make a profit on Tapjoy. Maybe you're willing to lose 10 cents. Maybe you're willing to lose 10 cents on every dollar you spend on Tapjoy, because you know you're doubling your dollars everywhere else. So you're looking at a blended ROAS as a store, not by platform, but as an entire store across your entire eCom system. Well, if you want to increase your volume, increase your bid on Tapjoy. So I know, and maybe at a $200 a day break even on Tapjoy, I get 2x everywhere else. My store is doing good on a daily basis. Right now, you're, as a store owner, spending $6,000, $10,000 a month on ads, and you're doing it profitably. And you want to scale. How do you scale? You launch other offers on Tapjoy so that you can have multiple feeders into your system. Also, maybe you don't need to make a profit. Maybe you can double your spend by going from needing to make 10 cents on every dollar to losing 10 cents on every dollar. But you're doubling every dollar that comes after that. So instead of your blended ROAS being like a 2, it's a 1.9, but at twice the volume. That's how you use this. And do it on your good, your better, and your best. And then you've tripled your spend into the system, and you're feeding everything else just from that effort. Tapjoy is just a massively underutilized resource. It's like Facebook 5 years ago. It is printing fucking money, and you should be on it. All right. And I've gotten into a lot more detail with there. I've got a rep. If you want to get on Tapjoy, I'll give you her email address, and you can start today. And the last thing is Facebook Messenger chatbots. It's like a 90% open rate email system that you can grow for pennies a person. And every sale that comes from Messenger is one that you don't have to pay for, and it's super easy to grow. So how to execute this? It's create a haven't bought yet journey, a retargeting message, promoting your lowest cost, your best-selling offer, do a cart abandoner journey, which you can automate through a lot of Shopify plugins, and create a new customer direct message journey. So when somebody just buys from you in the checkout process, they can opt into the Facebook chatbot, and you say, hey, thanks for buying. Same thing you're doing on Instagram, but hey, thanks for buying, blah, blah, blah. Here's a bunch of other things. Facebook group, email journeys, everything. Get them into everything in your ecosystem you possibly can. One way you can do this is sending people the receipt via chat. And that way they're already used to conversing with your brand on chat. So you don't have to spend Facebook ad dollars to convert them. You don't have to do a retention campaign. You just send a broadcast instead of chat. So also you want to utilize the comment to opt-in growth tool. This is a way that you can basically say when somebody comments on a Facebook post, they're opted into the chat bot to receive one message. So you put this on your retargeting efforts. You put this on if you've got a branded video or some live feed where you work with an influencer or something. Attach it to that. And then you can run an engagement campaign on some really great performing creative, and everyone that engages enters your chatbot, and you can send them into all sorts of stuff. And then if they do come back to your store and they do interested, you've hit them for a couple pennies to get them to comment, and now they're inside of your retargeting pool instead of a couple dollars to get them to click, right? So immediately, if it's 5 cents and say it's 2 cents to get them to comment versus $2 to get them to click, it's 100 times more efficient to use a chatbot journey. And it has about a 90% open rate. So 90% of the time, it's 100 times more efficient. If you notice, we're still not even prospecting on Facebook. You don't need to. This is a great way of fucking scaling the shit out of your business and talking to people. So the last thing also is you can export your user data from chatbot opt-ins and use them for CRM lists. And regularly send broadcasts pushing your best value-adding organic content. So this is how, this is where you can say a video of this is how to use the product, or here's a bunch of people that are interested in this thing, or say it's a face cream, this is how you use it, or say it's a fucking orange peeler, hey, by the way, this is how you fucking peel an orange. Hopefully they know that, but the point is, if your chatbot isn't a sales technique, but a way to have your brand provide more value. So for Morrison's dog food, it can be, hey, it's hot out there this summer, make sure you do this thing, or whatever it happens to be. Funny videos of pets, I don't care. But that way people have a warm sentiment with your brand, and they're also engaging frequently. And that way when you provide them an offer, when you provide them an opportunity to save money or get more value from you, they're way more receptive. Because you're not a no-name fucking business. You're somebody that they engage with on a regular basis. And when they engage with you on a regular basis, you don't have to spend money on Facebook ads to convert them. You're getting that sale for free. There it is. That's all of it. I'm done. Let's see. What do we got? Any questions? Let's see. Austin asked. Anyway, that's the other thing. That ebook's coming out very soon. If you're in the Slack, you'll get it ahead of time. The unedited, not great version. Let's see. Austin says, have you dealt with the bullshit with many chat bots with the whole 24-hour rule when the user has to engage? Yes, Austin. It's Facebook's rule. You cannot, when somebody opts in, you have 24 hours plus one message. And that's to prevent people from getting spammed, which is massively helpful for the value of the chatbot. Because it means if somebody's receiving your message, they're interested. How do you get around this 24-hour rule? Send a broadcast, a non-promotional piece of messaging, and if somebody engages with that, and ask them a question in the broadcast, then you've opened them up. Send a broadcast the day before a sale. Say you want to do a Father's Day sale. The day before Father's Day, send out a broadcast. Everybody that responds is eligible for you to send them some promotional material. And it will absolutely shut down your ad account. And shut down your Facebook page if you violate it. And it is a way for Facebook to ensure the validity of chatbot experience. Paul knows. Paul's in the chatbot game. And also, have you found that doing bot subscribers from PPE ends up being garbage in, garbage out? Lower quality subscribers on the list? No. That's not a problem. Because bot commenters don't open subscribe messages. And they definitely don't add products to cart. You don't need to worry about fake traffic because you're only dealing in real people. And because you're providing opportunities for people to take actions, and you're only spending money when somebody takes an action and then follows up on it, you're not actually spending money on fake people. Because a fake account won't comment, open a message, click on the link, add something to cart, and respond to direct messages. They're just going to fake comment. So I don't give a shit. It is noise in the system. If it's 1 out of 1,000 people, fuck it. That's a great problem to have. Yeah. Senator, it's a fucking messenger bots. Our goal, everybody needs to be using it, and it's wildly unused. So anyway, that's the eCom brand builder piece where you can scale a brand to $25,000, $50,000 in media spend at a profit every single day without having to spend a dime on Facebook for prospecting. If that's the kind of thing you're interested in, that's how you do it. And then you use Facebook prospecting to scale. And that's why if you get a 0.8 on Facebook prospecting, it's totally fine for your business. Because you're making a shit ton of money off of the people elsewhere. And that's how you take a $20,000, $50,000 a month media spend and you make it a $10,000, $20,000 a day media spend. So anyway, that's that. I hope y'all's 4th of July was good if you're in America, and if not, happy Sunday. I'm the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go get some donuts. See you later.